I'm standing here beside a beautiful clear water stream in the Meta River system of the Colombian Llanos. This stream runs into the Meta River, which eventually runs into the Orinoco. So the type of fish species we find here are fish that we find in the Orinoco system and specifically the Meta River system. This water was beautiful for filming and I was able to see a lot of really cool little fish. Let me show them to you. Ted's Fish Room and the Aquarium Life present Colombia 2016. Sponsored by Swiss Tropicals, the exclusive source for Pare foam filtration and other quality aquarium products. Repashy Superfoods, providing a full line of premium gel fish food including Bottom Scratcher. And Amazonas Magazine, bringing the world of aquariums to your fingertips. Here I am in the city of Villavicencio, Colombia, at the home of my friend Hernando. This morning we had hoped to get up very early at 5 o'clock and get on the road to head out to see some fishy stuff. Unfortunately, when we got up, somebody had parked this white car behind Hernando's car, so we couldn't actually get out. We did get his car out of the garage finally. It's now a little after 6 o'clock in the morning and we're about to hit the road. These are the kind of things that happen when you're on these trips. You just kind of have to roll with it and get on with your day. Kawa means Colombia wins again, and it became a bit of a theme for this trip. Eventually we hit the road and head out for the day. The late start means that we are dealing with a little more traffic than we expected, but I don't really mind. There's more to see. The plan for today is to make our way to Hernando's fish farm near the Rio Meta, about a 2-hour drive from Villavicencio, and to stop at a few places along the way for some sightseeing and fish collecting, including the type locality of Apistogramma veijita. The Llanos region is not perfectly flat, and we stop on this hilltop to get a look at the surrounding countryside. The Llanos is a tropical grassland, but there are actually a lot of places with trees and shrubs, usually in places with a lot of water, either streams or swampy areas. The first real collecting day of any expedition is usually a frustrating exercise in convincing the host that even the most common thing is worth stopping to see. I had to yell stop to get Hernando to pull over so that I could see a snail kite sitting over this flooded area. To me, a fish collecting trip is just an excuse to go bird watching. While I was off adding a few species to my birding life list, Alessandro was dipping a net in the ditch alongside the road. In this spot he finds Pasilia cocana, a wild molly found in Colombia, Venezuela, and Panama, but they are not supposed to be here. This is an invasive species in the area, probably stocked here to eat mosquitoes. It had rained pretty hard all morning, and I was beginning to think that we may not find a stream clear enough for filming. Every creek that we passed was pretty muddy. And then, wow, a perfect place, a big, deep pool of clear water right along the road. Finally, my first chance to get wet in Colombia. Amazonas, the world's favorite aquarium magazine.
Amazonas is one of the world's legendary tropical fish publications, read by tens of thousands of enthusiasts who are passionate about keeping fascinating and thriving freshwater aquariums. Every issue brings rare fish husbandry and breeding, world-class aquarium systems, freshwater aquarium advice, and thought-provoking news and much, much more. Stay inspired, stay informed, and stay connected to the world's most passionate aquarium keepers. Subscribe to the world's favorite aquarium magazine, Amazonas. Sponge filters are the choice of serious aquarists in their fish rooms because they are inexpensive and effective. The biggest mistake a fish keeper can make is to assume that there is no technical advantage to one type of filter over another. Pare filter foams are superior to other foams which will eventually break down in an aquarium. I have Pare foam filters from Swiss Tropicals that have been in constant use in my fish room for a decade. Swiss Tropicals is the exclusive distributor of Pare foam in North America and a supplier of other high-quality aquarium products. Visit SwissTropicals.com today and learn more about the aquarium filters that the experts use.
This is what I travel thousands of miles for, a clear stream that is, hopefully, full of fish. This is the Cano Potosi, the type locality of Apistogramma veijita. Time to get into the water and see if we can find them. This location is fantastic. The water is very clear and the fish are cooperating. The current in the deep pool is not so strong and the snorkeling is easy. I saw at least 2 different species of pike cichlids, a lot of Aquidens metae, splash tetras, Hyphesabricon tetras, Microgeophagus rams, Erythrinus species wolffish. I saw lots and lots and lots of different fish, but we did not find any Apistogramma in the big pool. We wade upstream away from the main pool, looking for some more quiet water, something a little shallower with some leaf litter, and hoping to locate Apistogramma veijita or any other dwarf cichlid that might be here. Alessandro catches a small basilisk lizard and shows me why these reptiles are sometimes called the Jesus lizard. We come into an area that is pretty promising, a nice sandy, stony bottom with a lot of plants and detritus like leaves and pieces of wood on the bottom. We do see some pike cichlids, but they're smaller. That's promising. Lots of tetras, but we still haven't found any dwarf cichlids. And then, there they are. We found them. Apistogramma veijita. I absolutely love this habitat. This is right along the bank. It's a pretty steep side with lots of Elaeocharis hairgrass, sticks that are covered with sponges and detritus, leaves on the bottom. The sediment is kind of soft, but it's actually pretty sandy. Look at all the really small splash tetras and pencilfish and small tetras running through the structure. I can't wait to try to reproduce this biotope in an aquarium at home. After more than an hour of exploring the stream and filming the fish, it is time to run a seine to see what we can catch. The first net haul caught mostly tetras, a few larger bracon species, some of the smaller Hyphesabricon species. Not a whole lot of really interesting, and they missed all the cichlids. The second net haul was a little more successful. We managed to catch some bigger tetras and a few cichlids this time around. Here is a closer look of some of the stuff that we managed to pull up in the net. Kawa. It is time to head to the next spot, but we have a bit of a problem. We left the door open on the vehicle so the dome light drained the battery. We have to call roadside service to get it jumped before we can get going again. Once the car is back in the road, we head for Hernando's fish farm to see how he is working to produce some of Colombia's most interesting species in ponds. I will show you that and more in the next episode of Colombia 2016.
Don't miss an episode of Colombia 2016. Please subscribe to my channel and help spread the word by sharing this video with your friends. Thank you for watching Ted's Fish Room, and please check out my sponsors for this series, Rapashi Superfoods, SwissTropicals.com, and Amazonas Magazine.